Kath. How are you?
I'm good.
You look fantastic. I can't wait to see you.
I know. I'm ready for Nashville. It'll
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be exciting.
be so much fun.
I was on with Susan today. We were on for a while just talking about different things, excited about what's about to go on. And so,
Oh, it's going to be all business focused. You're going to love it.
I will love it. Oh, you're thinking Susan Miller because she's Mrs. Business Focus. That was Susan Sly I was on with today.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's so excited. So can't wait to see you.
I know. I'm excited. We're up in Tahoe with the whole family. They're here for a month, so it's
Love
busy.
that.
We're going to get started on our call, ladies, and thank you both for joining us. My name is Chuck Williams. For those of you that don't know me, I'm on Herb and Patty Cepeda's team, personally enrolled by Michael Weeder. Been in the business for less than a year and a half. Have been the #1 incomer with 4 different network marketing companies. I used to think that was kind of cool and brag about it, but I just realized after a while I was picking the wrong companies. And I can thank the owner of my last company, Michael Weeder, for changing my life about a year and a half ago. And so I wanted to ask him tonight if he would come on and properly introduce Kathy Coover and kind of tell his quick story about how he got involved. And then we're going to have some questions for Kathy that I think everybody's going to find very, very interesting, whether you're a guest or like most people on the line, you're already involved in Isagenix. So Michael Weeder, you've become a great friend of Diane and myself. I've got the jersey you gave me in at one of your events, and my background, it means a lot to me. We've been great friends. Thank you, as I do every day, for leading me to Isagenix and this great opportunity. So Michael Weeder, would you introduce Kathy for us?
Sure. Thank you, Chuck. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So, it's a privilege for me to introduce Kathy Coover. And, in times like this, when you want to introduce somebody, you want to edify them. But with Kathy, there doesn't need to be any edification, because the reality is her accomplishments pretty much speak for themselves. I can only tell you that, I have maybe a little different perspective with regards to ownership of network marketing companies. Just because of my background, and I've been involved in the industry for almost 30 years now. Back in 1989 was the first company that I participated in, and I've been in and out of the industry, but I participated in the industry both as a distributor. I gave the seed capital to a couple network marketing companies to get started. I consulted for several others. I've owned my own network marketing company, and so for me, looking at getting involved with a company. Just like Herb and Patty always say, one of the key factors is the ownership. And when I looked at Isagenix and I looked at the ownership, several things really stood out for me. Compared to the rest of the industry, in network marketing, 95% of the companies that get started in the industry don't make it to 5 years. And when I looked at Isagenix, and so as I was looking at providing a home for my team and the people that believed in me, one of the key factors was there's a lot of shiny objects. There's a lot you'll see companies that'll go into momentum and then they'll fizzle out. We've seen those over the years, but I wanted to provide my people that trusted me with a company that I knew was going to be here for the rest of our lives, that we could build one time. And be able to enjoy that, and have that there for the rest of our lives. And when I looked at Isagenix, the company got started in 2002, and for 16 years, they've literally had growth each and every year, except for 1 year that they were down about 3%. And that's pretty much unheard of for, companies in the network marketing space. And when you look at that, you've got to ask yourself, what are the reasons why? And the reason, and one of the big reasons why, are the ownership of the company, and that's Jim and Kathy Coover, and also now Eric Coover as well. And I will tell you, one of the things that I was incredibly impressed with regards to Isagenix was not only their ability to be able to attract leaders, because they've got one of the biggest, I would say, when you look at the breadth of leadership in this company, it's as good as any company in the industry, if not better. I will put it up there with any company in the industry. And the fact is that most of the leadership has been there for a long, long time. And, in our industry, when you look at the leaders, the Herb and Patty Cepedas and some of the other leaders here that are on the call, we're constantly being approached by other companies with other opportunities. But the fact that Kathy and Jim and Eric have been able to keep that breadth of leadership and the loyalty of the leadership to them as owners, speaks for itself. When you also look at the fact of, besides the loyalty and the commitment from the leaders, when you look at the culture of a company, that also tells you a lot about a company. And I can tell you, the culture that Kathy and Jim and Eric have been able to build, and the corporate leaders have been able to build with this company, is really a benchmark that not only other companies in network marketing aspire to, but also a lot of companies in corporate America aspire to. And again, that goes directly to the leadership and the ownership of the company. And, Kathy, one of the reasons, Kathy has been, a leading income earner basically in the field with 3 different companies. So she understands that the major asset that companies and that ownership of companies have in this industry is really the field. She understands that. And the way that she treats the field, the culture that she's built, the loyalty that she's been able to create, are all a result of that understanding that basically is the field is their biggest asset, and her ability to be able to develop leadership within that field as well is on top of the industry. Just a few of her accolades while building one of the largest Isagenix into one of the largest health and wealth companies in the world. Kathy was named one of the most influential women direct selling in 2012 and 2014. One of the most 50 influential women in Arizona business by the Arizona Business Magazine in 2014. She's also, won 2 Stevie Awards in the category of Women of the Year in 2015 and 16, and the category Executive of the Year in 2014 by the American Business Awards. And she was honored with the Direct Sales Bravo Leadership Award in 2017. And under her leadership and her husband's leadership and guidance, Isagenix has made the top 5,000 list for fastest growing privately held companies for 11 consecutive years and placed 27th on the Direct Sales News Global Top 100 Direct Selling Companies in worldwide, and 13th in the top US companies. And why I'm so excited about the timing is that when you look at North America and where the company is getting the majority of their sales right now, most of the top companies in our industry are getting the majority of their sales from Asia, and we're really just starting our international expansion. And so your timing could not be better for this company. And lastly about Kathy, I've kind of been a little bit of a historian of our industry, the direct sales industry, going back 60 years now to Amway, getting started and leading the way, and before that Avon and some of the other great companies in our industry. When you look at female ownership in our industry, probably the top one that comes to mind is Mary Kay. But I believe that in that conversation with the top female ownership in the history of our industry, that conversation has to include Mary Kay and Kathy Coover. And I believe in 10 years, they'll be talking about Kathy Coover and Mary Kay. So it's a privilege to introduce Kathy on today's call. And I also, part of our, getting involved with the team and moving the team over also to Isagenix was also looking for the best possible sponsorship. And I did a lot of research into this as well. And when we were looking, the number 1 income earners in the company were Herb and Patty Cepeda. I got a chance to be able to talk to them, to be able to interview them, to ask them why Isagenix and so forth. And so we went ahead and became part of, the Be Set Free team with Herb and Patty Cepeda. They've been great sponsors and are also not only students of this industry, but some of the leaders, the top leaders in all of the industry. So it's also my pleasure to introduce the host of the call here, Patty Cepeda. So Patty, over to you.
Hold on, I had myself muted there. Thank you, Michael. One of our goals is creating master trainers of master trainers and creating leaders. And it's amazing, coming side by side with some of the most incredible people like yourself. It's amazing to be able to work with people and just rise one another up. grab arms and realize that this opportunity is the greatest opportunity in the history of the planet. I'm excited to have Kathy on. Kathy and I have spent some quality time together, her and Jim and Herb and myself. Herb's coming in from Korea. He's making his way back at this time. So, just as we start to expand internationally and put our legwork down, and just the constant, it's just so exciting because when you think in terms of the 5 criteria we put together to really evaluate a company, I personally had lost hope I'd see another company. This one came along and it fit the 5 criteria. The company is stable. The owners, you're going to get a chance to, hear from Kathy Coover. The products are consumable. They're unique, which is a bonus factor. The emotional, people are dropping 5 to 20 pounds real quick of fat, maintaining lean tissue. We're not even a diet. It's an absolutely amazing quality. I wish I could just give you a pill and you could understand the quality and efficacy behind the program itself. The compensation plan is extremely lucrative, yet it's a very simple team building concept. The training and support is second to none. And the timing, oh my gosh, no one knows of us. We are so excited. I'm just really feeling so blessed. And I'm excited to have Kathy on, who I've become friends with and just love what she stands for and how hard she works for all of us. So without further ado, I know some questions are lined up for you. I just really wanted to say hello to everybody and just excited to have Kathy Coover on. I mean, I don't even need to say anything more. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Kathy, and I think Chuck has some questions lined up for you too. So welcome to the call.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to be on. So excited to see you, Michael and Chuck and Patty and all of our Isagenix associates. Thank you for joining tonight.
Well, we want to thank you and thank you for taking time. And I've got a few questions lined up for you, and I hope you'll just take your time and, as you always do, just speak from your heart. A lot of people want to have great success with this business, and they just want to be pointed in the right direction and catch the vision that you and Jim and Eric have put together. So the first question, I've got a great example of this too. I've got a brand new person on my team. Her name is Sheila Darling. She has personally hosted 32 new customers in less than 4 months. And so she's doing a really good job as a great sharer, and she wants to develop them into leaders in the organization. Do you have any tips on how she and others might do that? If they're good at sharing, how they can develop leaders in their organization?
Absolutely. What a great question. We have right now 85% product users, 50% product sharers. And our goal is to really change that. And I truly believe it's really interviewing people, getting to know them, find out what's missing from their life. We have the new associate checklist that we have down to about 5 questions. And so, Chuck, if I was interviewing you, I would simply just ask you, what do you do for a living? Do you like what you do? The next question would be, if you could design your perfect life, Chuck, what would that look like? What would you paint? What would it look like? And I'd let you respond. Then I would say simply this, Chuck, how much money would that take to live that ideal life? And you would give that answer. And then more things come up, and I'm building this bond of trust, and I'm painting the vision, and then I'm sharing my why I'm doing this, what my goals are. And then I'm finding out from Chuck, what's missing, what he needs. Then I showed him how to get his products paid for, which is so important. It almost needs to be done in the enrollment process, because once they see the possibility with our compensation plan, that's when the light bulb goes on. And so many people don't talk about the business opportunity. And I'm telling you, it is one of the best products we have. That's why you're on the call tonight. So check out the new associate checklist, build that bond of trust, find out where people are, meet them where they are, but paint the vision of what can happen. If you just sponsor someone and talk about the products, they need to see the other side, because that's where the freedom is. That's where the flexibility is. That's where the light bulb goes on. So make sure to talk about it. Be proud. Be so proud to be a part of this profession. It is the best profession in the world, and people are looking for it, and they just don't know it yet. And you have to show them how amazing it is.
That's awesome. And I know that 87%, I think is the number I've heard, of the people in Isagenix are customers, which we love customers. Of the 13% that are in this as a business, 99% of them are probably part-time. I don't know the exact percentage, maybe you do, but the very vast majority are part-time. Could you maybe break down for us how a part-time person could structure their time to have the most success?
That's a really great question. And I'm telling you, technology is king. You know, if you're working very part-time, you need to really have your power hours. So really get time management, you know, really understand, I'm going to work my business on Tuesday evening, Saturday morning, have the specific times that you're going to work. And the most important thing you do is to contact people, to share the Isagenix story with people, get people enrolled. Then the next thing you want to do is use the tools. You know, we have so many different things. We have so many different systems. Don't try to explain everything to everybody. Let them find the information. Say, go to isaproduct.com, look at the ingredients, go to Isagenix Business and click Start Here. Look at all those things that you have. And then what you want to do is really you have got to enroll people and then show them how to get paid. And that's the magic. That's when the window goes on. That's when the light bulb goes on. People go, oh my gosh, this is real. So, you know, it's just utilizing the tools, using technology, doing it in the pockets of your day is so important. But, you know, you need to spend at least 80% of your time talking to people, if it's your people or your team members' people, sharing the Isagenix story with people. So many people get in the management mode. And that's, I think, one of the biggest downfalls that people see is that management mode. They stop doing the things that made them successful. That's talking to people, enrolling people, and rank advancing people. Show them the money. Show them the rank advancement bonus. Show them the big picture. And that's where the magic happens.
Very good. Thank you, Kathy. So we're spending 80% of our time talking to new people. When one of those people express interest in the opportunity and say, I'm the leader, in this case, I'm following up with them, what are some of the things that key things I should point them to and ask them about?
So can you just repeat the last part of the question?
Sure. When someone's expressed an interest in the opportunity and I jump on the phone with them, what would be the key things that you would talk to them about or ask them?
Well, number one, I would find out what their goals are, what their desires are, what they're looking for, you know, so that you can help them achieve their goals. A lot of people start out with small goals. I mean, when I started, I wanted to make $1,000 a month. And as soon as I made that, I wanted to make $2,000. Then I wanted to help my people make $1,000. So find out what their goals are and show them the rank advancement bonuses. We have that on Fast Track to Executive. You know, it's so important to do that and share the passion about Isagenix, just like Patty did. I mean, on the call, she shared why Isagenix, why now? And, you know, I think it's important for people to realize and get the belief in the company. This is a solid company. It's privately held. It's stable. It's a legacy company. It's all about the people. It's all about helping people create success in their life, whether it's health or it's an additional income stream. So sharing your passion with people and get them to an event. I mean, here we have Celebration coming up, and if you can't get there, have them live stream in. We're live streaming the first day for free. So make sure to get them. They'll see the culture. They'll see other people on stage, and they'll get excited. So, you know, it's just taking little steps at a time and then showing them how to get their products paid for. It's mandatory.
Very good. Thank you again. Now, I noticed throughout my career that some people treat this as a business and some people treat it as a hobby. How would you coach someone that maybe's been in the business for a while and maybe they're not having the level of success that they would like to have had at this point? How would you coach someone like that?
Well, you know, I would ask them a lot of questions. I would just say, you know, number one, I said, how committed are you on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest? Find out what their commitment level is and say, and then if they say it's an 8, 9, or 10, say, I only work with 10. So how can I get you to a 10? What's holding you back from being a 10? So you can address that. And then what you do is you just simply ask them more questions. How many people are you personally enrolling a month? How many people have you ranked advanced? Who are your 5 key people that you're working with? And usually in the first few questions, people will say, oh my gosh, now I know what I'm doing wrong. They're not enrolling people anymore. They're not rank advancing people. They're not showing people how to get their products paid for. And, you know, we have to fill ourselves up. All of us have to keep filling ourselves up. And that's what the events do. It just gets people excited, gets them passionate, And so that's really, really important for people just to drill down and take a look at their organization. Who are your people you're working with? How committed are they? What are their goals? What are their plans? Because so many people just sponsor people and they don't work with them. And that's why I love the checklist. It's just really asking people questions. It's getting to know them. And you'll match their energy. But sometimes the light bulb goes right on when you just ask them those first 3 questions. How many people are you sponsoring a month? How many people have you rank advanced? Who are your 5 key people? And, usually by then you can address those questions and help them move on, and the light bulb will go on.
Very good. This is kind of a follow-up question to that last one, but how do you maintain your own and your team's daily motivation and inspiration despite obstacles and setbacks that are going to come across everyone's path?
Well, life gets in the way sometimes, but you all have to have your dreams and your goals and your why. Why are you doing this? And let me tell you, your why is going to change as you're in the business. When you start out, maybe it's just to replace your income. But, your why will change as you go along. But know your why you are doing this, and keep it in front of you. Make visuals. Have your dream boards. Share your why with other people. Sit down with your family and share what your dreams are with the company and get their commitment, because that's so important to keep moving people forward and really helping their dreams come true. And how committed are they? I always ask people that on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you? Because you know what? If you only have time to work with the committed people, and you're going to have product users, and that's awesome. And sometimes the light will go on, and then you'll have people that are motivated and they're committed, and those are the ones you're going to work with intensely. But you never want to let go of your customers, because you never know when they're going to come across the line. I just talked to a lady the other day. She was in Isagenix 10 years using the product. No one ever told her about the business. No one. And when she finally learned about the business, now she's a 6-star Golden Circle. Wow. Just that fast, because somebody had the courage to tell us there's a business. You can make an income. You can work from your home. You can be with your family. You can create the lifestyle you want. So make sure to talk to people about the business. I think that's one of the things that people are afraid to do. And I don't know why, because it's the best business in the world when you're associated with a company like Isagenix.
Amen. Well, when you talk about people being afraid to share, I think this next question is right along those lines. And maybe you could share some tips on how our team can feel more confident talking to people about Isagenix without feeling as though they're trying to sell their family and friends. Can you address that for us?
I think that we have the biggest gift in the world. Mm-hmm. We have the biggest gift to give to people. And if you have a gift and you don't share it, there's something wrong. So you aren't trying to sell anybody. We're trying to help people. And that comes across. And some people will take it, some people won't. But when you get so passionate about the product, so passionate about the business and changing people's lives, you share it with everyone. And the conversation, I know, I've been with Patty before, out to dinner and different things, and she talks about both. She talks about the products and she talks about the business. So don't be afraid of that. Just, be so passionate about it. We have the biggest gift to give to people. And sometimes timing is everything in people's lives. It might not be the right time. And you can say, this might not be the right time for you, but just keep it in mind, because, the possibilities are incredible. So it's your attitude, it's your posture, it's your energy. And, with all the technology we have with YouTube and all the different things, you can go on every morning when you wake up and watch a motivational TED Talk, and you can get so inspired, so fired up that way. I mean, we have so much available to us now through technology. So use those things, because it's important to get fired up. It's important to get motivated. I listen to high energy music to get motivated and fired up. It really makes a difference in my life. So whatever it is, you have to do that to fill yourself up. And remember, you're changing people's lives. I mean, I went to bed last night and I had a dream that we had 2,000 people that had lost 100 pounds on Isagenix. I think we probably have 800, but I'm sure there might be more than that. It might be 1,000. But just think about that, and it's not necessarily the 100-pounders. It's the 10 pounds. It's the 20 pounds. It's our products. I mean, that heart booster, I am so passionate about that heart booster. I told everybody, my doctor, I have 3 doctors. I showed them my results. They all ordered 6 cans of it. They said, I have never seen anything like this. So we have something, so I'm just going to hide that and not tell everybody? I'm telling everybody, because the #1 drug sold in America is Lipitor, and we have a natural plant-based thing that can get rid of it. It's amazing. We can talk about it. We're allowed to talk about it.
Kathy, that is so exciting. And I know in my career, I learn a lot from my mistakes, unfortunately, instead of other people's mistakes. So I want to ask you this next question. What is the one mistake you see associates making more frequently than others?
I think really getting in the management mode. They start telling their team what to do. They say, you do this, you do that. The speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. If you're going for the promotions, you know what? Your team's going to go for the promotions. And we create those incentives. And I know a lot of the teams create incentives alongside what we do, which is awesome. So I think it's getting in that management mode. Remember, you have $1 million business in your hand. Herb and Patty have never, ever gone in management mode. They're always working. They're always talking to people because they want to change people's lives. Being our top income earners, they don't have to work another day in their life, but they want to change more people's life. They want to lift more people up. Herb's in Korea right now. So can you imagine how many lives we're going to change there? So don't go into management mode. Keep doing the things. People are most excited when they're enrolling new members. They are so fired up. I get the text messages and they're so excited.
Well, there's a couple hundred on the call tonight live. There'll be thousands watching this recording. So if you could tell all of us one thing, just one thing, what would that one thing be?
About Isagenix?
Yes.
We are creating the next wave. I'm telling you, when you see what we are doing right now, we are really redoing all of our systems, all of our platforms. You don't even know what's going on behind the scene. Our team is working so hard. We are taking this to the next level, and we want to bring everybody with us. We're going to pack more people's lives. So there's so many new things coming. We've expanded our brand architecture so we can bring in new products, new categories to help you. So I would say that we're evolving, and all of us need to evolve with it. And we need to spread the word with Isagenix and never, ever stop. And make it your mission to change people's lives. Well, the reason I do what I do it for all the people. I do it for every single one of you on the call, to know that you have what you need, that you have security, you have peace of mind, that you have all that. There's nothing like peace of mind. There is nothing like security, and Isagenix gives you that. And you have to work hard, but it's not work. You can just keep working all the time, but I don't ever feel like it's work.
Your passion and heart are so contagious. I just see all the smiles on everybody's faces. It's wonderful. So thank you. I got 2 more questions, and these are really my 2 that I've been looking forward to the most. I've loved them all, but these 2 especially. And this one I think is going to resonate with a lot of people. Why do you believe that network marketing is truly the industry to be in?
Oh my gosh. It's my whole speech at Celebration. Well, I truly believe it is the best business in the world, because you can start up with low investment with a huge upside potential. And your asset, you're creating a network of people that are buying and consuming the best products in the world. And this network is your asset, and it keeps giving and giving and giving. And anybody can do it from any walk of life. You don't have to go to Harvard or any school to get it. And people are tired of trading time for money. They want to create leverage. Leverage is so incredible. So if I enrolled 5 people, and they enroll 5 people, and they enroll 5 people, all of a sudden I've got 100 people, and I enrolled 5. And then let's talk about time leverage. That's what's really amazing. Let's say I only have time to work 10 hours a week, but then I enrolled 5 that also work 10, so then I have 50, and then you roll another 10 and 10. All of a sudden, I'm working 1,000 hours a week, and I'm only putting in 10. So there's no better business model. It's free enterprise at its best. What I can say is you can make an unlimited income with this company. You can keep opening reentries and reentries and reentries. There's no capping on it. You don't need any special degrees. I am so passionate about this profession. I love it. And I think that when it's done right, it is the very best. And Isagenix has done it right. We really have. We care about every single one of you. You know, you are the reason we're doing this. We feel a huge responsibility for all of your success. Everything that we do, we think about how will this affect the field? What will happen when we make these decisions? We look at all that. And so you have to choose the right company because, you know, Isagenix gets it. We are the best at network marketing, and we offer an opportunity that no one else does. And our compensation plan, if you could see the people in our office that have been in there lately, and we explain the comp plan, they flip out. They can't believe it. They're coming in from different companies that have stair-step breakaways and unilevels. They look at ours and they flip out. So we have everything, the best products in the world, like Patty said, best compensation plan, the best management team, and the best leaders as all of you. We have all of you. We've attracted the cream of the crop. We have like attracts like, and our culture is our best product that we have.
Amen. Thank you so much. I want to wrap up with one last question, and that is if you could just share your vision. You have been, but specifically with everyone here in Isagenix the next 5 years, and let everyone know why it's such a perfect time for our team to be seizing this opportunity right now as opposed to any other time in history.
Well, right now is the perfect time because we are proven. We have all the systems in place. We have everything in place. All you have to do is plug in. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is not like when we started. We have everything for every single one of you, and we are going to double the size of this company. And so it's the perfect time to get involved. We haven't even scratched the surface in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, just barely getting into Europe, and then opening up Korea. Korea is going to springboard all the other Asian markets that we're already in because some people know people there. So there's a huge opportunity right now. It's better than ever, and we're proven. People are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being with companies that don't get it and go away. And Isagenix is a legacy company that's going to be here for generations and generations to come. So I'm telling you, dig your heels in, run with us hard, lock arms with the amazing leaders that you have on this call, and let's do it together. Let's change a lot of people's lives. Let's make a difference. And you remember, we don't equate things in dollars. When we think about our growth, we think about the lives that we change. When we go into the rooms and we see the impact that we're having, the stories that I hear every single day. I have stacks and stacks of letters of gratitude and appreciation from all of our associates. And I am so proud to be a part of this company. And I'm proud that you have joined us too.
Well, Kathy, I want to thank you on behalf of all of us on the Cepeda team. You and Jim, Eric, you guys have done a phenomenal job, and we're so appreciative of the opportunity you've made available. So thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to close our call by just asking you, if you're a guest on our call, get back with the person that invited you and get your real estate in this incredible opportunity. That's simply set up an account. It's made that easy. You become a customer, you start enjoying these great products. We've got a call on Monday night where we actually talk about the product transformation and what that does for your body. Wednesday night, like tonight, we typically talk about the business, and you have the best system in the entire world of Isagenix with a Cepeda team. So Kathy, Patty, and Michael, thank you all so much. We'll see everybody at Celebration in a couple weeks. God bless you, and get back with the person who invited you. We're all on a great journey together. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kath.